I'm with the gang, I'm with the mob, what was you thinking? Remember them days and that shit was hard, a nigga been thinking. I put a 4 in a 20 ounce, a nigga been drinking. Yeah, if you with the squad, I give you my heart, a nigga, I mean it.
Yeah, it's your boy Doovie, baby, and we back at it at mission 12, alright? So look, man, sadly, the fucking editing software that I'm using is complete dog shit. If you ever hear about Lightworks editing the program, don't use that shit. Don't support them. They fucking suck. I don't know why the hell every time I try to record my voice, all of a sudden the shit is so choppy and it's like 30 fucking seconds out of sync after I hit record. So I don't know what the fuck the problem is, but this might be another solid video. I really don't want it to be because people really like my commentary, and I'm gonna test it out and see what's going on because this shit is it's just unbelievable that editing software can be so dog shit. Like, how do you release something to the public and not give a fuck about how it performs? It's unreal. All right, so I don't know what I did to fix it, but it's working right now. So hopefully, as I do this voiceover and all that shit, it fucking works and everything work out the way it needs to. So as of right now, I'm on this fucking tramp cart thing, whatever the hell you want to call it, and I'm whipping enemies' ass as always. So before, when I did this mission, right, the thing about this is I did this mission probably about, I don't know, I do at least every fucking mission probably about 10, 15 times. Now maybe I'm over exaggerating, but I do it a lot of times because I get fucked up and I have to also figure out the best method to get an S rank. So I died a couple times during this mission. I had a couple times where I would get right to the end where the boss fight is, and I would get hit by an unbelievably active frame of like an attack, and I'm just like, how the fuck is that attack even still active, bro? Like, he was done in animation and everything. So I had a whole lot of shit to go through during this mission. But the thing that really put the icing on the cake is when my dickhead friends spammed me invites, right? I got the S rank and I finished this mission after so much fucking trial and error. And my dickhead friends fucking spammed me invites to the point where it slowed down my entire PlayStation and I wasn't able to record the video properly. Excuse me. Now, if they weren't my like friends from like fucking middle school and shit, I would have deleted them niggas quick. I'm sorry, they would have got the fuck up off my friend list. But they wanted me to fucking play some dumbass Apex so bad that I'm like, bro, why are you spamming me invites like this? When I told you I'm fucking editing the video, I'm trying to get this shit done. I'm trying to do some content for my YouTube audience. So that happened, and right after that, I died probably about another fucking 6, 7 goddamn times trying to get another goddamn S rank. And it was a fucking hassle, bro. I was pissed like hell. I was super pissed. And that's why when you see me playing here, sometimes I just didn't give a fuck when I was getting hit. I saw an attack coming and I said, you know what? Fuck it, hit me, bitch. I'm gonna hit your ass back 10 times harder. It was crazy. I didn't really know I didn't really know how to handle my anger at the time too. It was actually hilarious. I was just sitting there and I'm heated as hell. I'm hot. I'm sweating. My fingers are aching because I'm like doing all this crazy ass gameplay, and then it's like I went through all that shit for absolutely no fucking reason, y'all. It's unreal. It's fucking crazy. So luckily, I was able to get the shit done at some point, as you will see as you watch the video, and I'll definitely show you guys some new combos. I'm doing more of the Swordmaster style. My man Zero Attention Gaming, give him a shout out. You know, gotta show love to the DMC community. My man Zero wanted me to use some more Swordmaster style, and I didn't really get a chance to give him what he really needed. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm tired. It's early where I'm at. It's fucking 9:50 in the morning, and I'm up doing all this editing. But yeah, Zero wanted me to do some more Swordmaster gameplay. And in Mission 11 and Mission 10, I didn't really get to give him what I really wanted to. I didn't want to half-ass it either. So I was like, you know what? Mission 12, I'm gonna find a method to beat this mission with predominantly using Swordmaster, so that I can show off some new style for everybody, and I can show off some new combos, and I can also please my audience overall. You know what I mean? I do this shit for y'all. I don't do it for myself. The only thing that I do for myself is play the game. All that other YouTube and shit, and making these videos and trying to edit it in a funny way, that's just all for you guys. Like, I just like playing the game in general, so that's just what I get out of it. And I actually do like seeing you guys react and reading the comments and just learning about other people, and it's just a whole lot of shit in general that I like about this YouTube stuff. So I could care less about how many views I get, honestly. I mean, of course you're doing it for the views, and of course you want to increase your subs and stuff like that, but as far as I'm concerned, if I keep giving you guys this solid gameplay, then I will continue to grow, right? So right here in this hallway, I'm fighting these fucking blood boils and shit. And I know I've been rambling a lot in this video because it's just, I'm all over the place. I don't really know how to do voiceovers after I'm done doing gameplay, so that's why it's a little bit easier and it's a little bit more structured, I guess, when I do it while I'm playing the game at the same time. Although it's taxing like hell on my brain to trying to like give conversation, good commentary, and play the game at the same time, especially a game like this. So you might hear me jumping back and forth from 1,000,001 different goddamn subjects. I'm sorry, y'all know how it is when it comes to trying to stay focused and do proper commentary for YouTube videos. That part there, you see me just run past a lot of the enemies because I'm saving time. I'm really trying to save time because I didn't really know the time requirements for an S rank in this mission. And on top of that, if you haven't already noticed, the the Haywire Neo generator that Dante picked up in the beginning of the cutscene, well, in the beginning of the mission, I'm sorry. It actually started to drain his life force, but at the same time, it forced him into double trigger. So it's like he got stronger for like a amount of time, but at the same time, he's also like, he's dying slowly. So this entire mission is just a time attack. You're trying to get this shit done as fast as possible because you don't want to let Dante die. I mean, who the fuck wants to do that? I mean, he's the GOAT. You don't want to see the GOAT die, do you? And on top of that, you got to deal with all these fucking crazy ass enemy setups. This is probably the worst enemy setup out of all of them. Because you got to fight the stupid ass Hell Vanguard. Now the Hell Vanguard isn't really much of a threat if you can just stay focused on them. But once you start to fight the other smaller enemies, the fodder, as I like to call them, these lusts that you see here, once you focus on them, it's like he's gonna get a cheap shot in. I don't give a shit what you say. If you are not like a pro level player, like on that Dongery Chaser Tech type shit, XLH Gladiator, like if you're not on their level, you're gonna get hit. Like you've seen me get hit. I'm sure you've seen me get hit a million fucking times in this video already because I just wasn't as focused. I was focused, but I was angry. That's what it was. I was really determined to get the mission done, but I wasn't really in the right state of mind because I was so distracted by so many different things. And I was just like, you know what? I'm honestly just trying to get through this mission. I don't really give a fuck how much damage I take. But that's not a good way of thinking, especially on a mission where you're losing your life force as you play. So don't follow my philosophy of just saying fuck it. at least for this part of the mission. There will be a part where the life force draining part is over with, and I won't have to really worry about that. That's one less thing on my back to worry about. I also decided that I wanted to use what is that? Kalina and the rocket launcher, boom, right there. I wanted to use this weapon because it's really good for crowd control, and there was a lot of enemies that were very susceptible to the damage that it gives out during this mission. Like, I never really had to fight an abyss. There weren't any abysses in this mission at all. Abyss, if you don't know, are the infernal, fiery looking sins. They look like the best in my opinion. So I didn't really have to focus too hard on trying to just dish out a lot of maximum damage to one single enemy, except for, like I said, the Hell Vanguard. He was the only one that took a substantial amount of damage. But the Kalina Ant is good for knocking down groups of enemies, especially when they aren't DT. And you always want to focus on, if you have a room of enemies, right, that are DT, you never focus on the enemy that's DT. Focus on the ones that haven't activated it yet, because if you kill the one that's DT, you'll just end up making the other ones who aren't in that form, they'll just activate it and get angry. So you just make it hard for yourself. But enough with my rambling on random stuff. Here's me fighting this goofy ass boss. I don't know how to pronounce this boss's name. I don't know if it's Geryon. I don't know if it's Geryon, but it's pronounced, I mean, it's spelled out in a way where you can pronounce that shit about 500 different fucking ways. So I don't really know what to call him. I just call his ass Geryon. I don't know what to call him officially. How about that? Let's say that. But as you can see, I'm using this tactic where basically I just avoid him for the most part, and I try to get a good ass stomp in so I can stun him enough to make him fall over. And since the arena up there was a little bit tight, you gotta try to be real methodical in what you do with your attacks. You don't want to do an attack and it be for no reason. You know what I mean? You don't want to make it miss, or you want to make sure that when you do it, you make it count, especially in a small arena. But now, since they've gotten into a big, gladiator arena now, it's a lot easier for me to move around and plan out what I want to do. So the tactic that I use here is not the optimum tactic. I'll tell you that right now. It's not the optimal tactic to fight this boss, but it's my tactic that works for me. That's the thing about Devil May Cry, is that there's so many different ways to approach this game that you will have a completely different playstyle than anybody else. Even if you watch other people and incorporate their playstyles into it, your overall playstyle will still be more dominant, and it'll most likely factor in how you decide to go into combat scenarios. Like, there's this one guy, I think his name is XLH Gladiator. I'm not exactly sure if that was his video, but I do know that there's a really good Devil May Cry player who, when he does this boss, right, what he does is he uses Swordmaster, and he does this, he does the move called Real Impact, where basically Dante does a Shin Shoryuken, and it does a shit ton of damage. Like, it does a shit ton of fucking damage, even on bosses. But the way he does it, right, with this boss fight is that he'll wait until the boss slows down, like how it is now, and he'll go up to it and he'll hit it with Real Impact. And when the boss falls over, like it did just, well, right here, well, he didn't fall over yet, but when he falls over, you'll see what I mean. He does this attack, and he repeats it at a perfect time where, as soon as the horse gets back up, he's hitting it with the attack to knock his ass back down again. And the timing for it is you have to be perfect with your positioning and your timing, because you don't want to get stuck under the horse. You can actually, when he lifts up like that, you can actually get stuck under him. I actually died from that shit yesterday trying to avoid him. I got stuck under his hooves, and the fucking, I think it was like the fire attack that he did, it came back and hit me, and I was extremely pissed about it. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? I didn't know I could get stuck under this son of a bitch. But yeah, it's a million and one different tactics for you to approach this game, and that's why I love it so much. As you see me here, I'm just using Rebellion and Beowulf because they dish out the most damage in the game, these two weapons combined. And they're probably your best bet when it comes to going in any boss fight. Doesn't matter what boss fight it is, as long as you know how to use these weapons, Rebellion and Beowulf will always be your go-to when you get into a boss encounter, no matter what. And as you see, I'm staying on top of the carriage that has an unlimited amount of fucking rockets on it. Who knows how the fucking horse loaded rockets onto the carriage, right? I mean, video game logic. But my optimum tactic is to keep jumping on the carriage when he goes around in a circle, because it's the best way for you to stay safe and do damage at the same time. And you see me just doing a lot of dodging at this point when he does his little jumping through the wall shit that he does. Just trying to avoid as much damage as possible. And we finish it here. Like I said, you guys have to let me know if you want to see these cutscenes. I mean, it may be too late for you guys as far as like in story terms and shit like that. But if you want to see some crazy ass shit go down in the cutscene, just let me know. Because these cutscenes are fucking amazing, and I will let them play if you want to see it. So just let me know down in the comments below. So here we come to a close with the S rank for the time, and S rank for my orbs, and A rank for my style, A rank for my damage, and an S rank for my items used, because I don't use items. So the overall S rank comes into fruition. You already know what to do. It's at the bottom of your screen. Like, comment, and subscribe, baby. It's the Gaming Academia, baby. You know what's up. Love y'all. Stay tuned and stay in class, alright? See you next episode. Peace.